Hi, beautiful people. I am so happy you're here with me today. Go ahead and get extra comfy. Maybe grab your favorite fuzzy socks, a soft pillow to hug, or a warm cup of tea because today we're talking about something that is going to change absolutely everything: financial freedom. Now, when most people hear the words financial freedom, they usually think of boring spreadsheets, math that makes your head hurt, or working three different jobs until you're totally exhausted, but we're going to do things differently in our cozy corner. We're going to talk about what financial freedom actually is. It's not just a number on a screen, it's a feeling of being totally, wonderfully free. It's about removing those itchy, limiting beliefs and finally escaping the invisible box you've been living in for way too long. Before we start our freedom makeover, let's take a big, deep, sparkly breath together. Inhale all that new, fresh potential and exhale those old, dusty I can'ts and I'm not enoughs. Just let them float away like bubbles in the wind. There we go. Feel your heart open up just a little bit more. The first thing we have to understand is that financial freedom is actually the freedom of time and choice. Most of us are taught from the time we're teeny tiny that money is something we trade our life for. We're told to stay in a little box where we work 40 hours a week at a desk, pay our bills on Friday, and hope there's a little left over for a cupcake on Saturday. But real financial freedom means your money works for you so you can spend your days doing what makes your heart sing, whether that's painting, traveling to sparkly new cities, or just having a long, slow breakfast with the people you love. It's about having enough passive magic coming in that you don't have to be anywhere you don't want to be. But to get there, we have to talk about the invisible box. This box is made of all those limiting beliefs you've been carrying around in your backpack since you were in grade school. It's those pesky whispers that say, money is the root of all evil, or I'm just not a math person, or people like me don't get to be wealthy. Honey, those aren't facts. They are just old rusty bars on a cage that you already have the key to. You've just been taught to look at the bars instead of the door. To change your beliefs efficiently, you have to become a belief detective. Start noticing when those I can't thoughts pop up during your day. Instead of just believing them like they're the evening news, look at them and ask, is this actually true right now, or is this just an old dusty story someone told me once? Usually, once you shine a little bit of light on them, those big, scary beliefs start to look pretty small and a little bit silly. One of my favorite ways to build a new belief is the evidence journal shortcut. The reason we often stay in our box is that we have a file folder in our brain that is overflowing with every time we felt broke or not enough. To rewire for freedom, we need to build a brand new folder. Starting tonight, I want you to keep an abundance list in a cute notebook or even just in the Notes app on your phone. Every single night before bed, write down 3 ways the universe provided for you today. It doesn't have to be a bag of gold. It can be, someone bought me a coffee, I found a $5 bill in my old jeans, or even, I have a warm, safe bed to sleep in. When you consciously look for evidence that you are supported and abundant, your brain has no choice but to start believing it. You're basically training your mind to see opportunities outside of your box. Another amazing tool for escaping your box is the Bestie Filter. We are often so much meaner to ourselves about money than we would ever be to anyone else. If your absolute best friend came to you and said, I really want to start a business, but I'm scared I'll lose everything, would you say, yeah, you're right, you're probably going to fail? Of course not. You'd remind them of how talented and brave they are. To trust yourself with wealth, you have to start using that bestie filter on your own internal monologue. Every time you're being hard on yourself about your bank account, stop and ask, would I say this out loud to my best friend? If the answer is no, then you aren't allowed to say it to yourself either. You deserve the same kindness, the same patience, and the same loud cheering that you give to everyone else. But honey, we have to talk about the freedom loop. This is a little secret. A lot of people think they need to be rich before they can act free, but it actually works the other way around. Freedom is a frequency you tune into before the physical money shows up. Think of it like learning a new language. You didn't feel fluent at first, you felt wobbly and probably made some funny mistakes, but you practiced anyway. That's exactly how you escape your box. Start taking tiny freedom steps today. Maybe it's taking an hour to research a new stream of income, or finally reading that book about investing that you've been avoiding. Every time you do something that future free you would do, you're telling your subconscious, see, this box is too small for me. I'm expanding. And that is how real, unshakable freedom is built. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your beliefs is through identity shifting. Your subconscious mind loves to stay consistent with who you think you are. If you tell yourself, I am a person who is always struggling, your brain will actually make sure you stay in that box to keep you safe in that identity. To reach your next level life, I want you to start using I am statements for the person you are becoming. Say things like, I am a magnet for abundance, or I am becoming financially free and sparkly every single day. Even if it feels a little bit like pretend at first, your brain eventually stops fighting it and starts accepting it as the new truth. You're basically giving your mind a new, beautiful freedom key to use until the box just disappears. And honey, please be patient and extra sweet with yourself. You've been living in that old dusty box for a long time, so it's okay if you accidentally step back into it every now and then when you're tired or stressed. Just notice it, give yourself a little hug, and say, oops, that's not where I live anymore, and step back out into the sunshine. It's a practice, not a perfect. Every day you choose a thought of enough over a thought of not enough. You are winning. So here is your bestie homework for tonight. As you're drifting off to sleep and feeling all warm and cozy, I want you to look in your mental mirror and see the version of you who is totally financially free. How do they walk? How do they breathe? Feel that sense of I am totally taken care of deep in your heart. Let that be the very last thing your brain thinks about before you dream. I believe in you so much, and I know that the door to your box is already unlocked. You just have to push it open. You have the power to change your story from the inside out, one kind thought at a time. If this video helped you feel a little more in love with your future today, give it a squeeze, I mean a like, and subscribe to join our cozy family. We're all escaping our boxes together. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sparkly.